Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.
Good morning, third graders. My name is Mrs. Nix, and I am so excited to be here with you today to help support you as you become amazing thinkers, readers, and writers. You know what? I found this book at my grandma's house. I know I was talking about grandma yesterday, but we were going through a bunch of books, and I have several that I want to share with you today. This one happens to be Mary Poppins, and I'm guessing that you may have seen the movie. Did you know that it was a book? Yes. How fun is that when you find a movie of yours, or if you find a book and then they make it into a movie? It's such an adventure. So I wonder how many books that you can go and read and then maybe watch the movie afterwards to see how they've changed it just a little bit. It's always an adventure, right? Okay, there's a couple of ways that you can do that. You can go on to your, go visit your local county library and check out a book there. You can also go online and check out a book through Sora. And here in Fresno Unified, we love to celebrate our readers. All of our schools that are checking out books through Sora, we give a little shout out here on PBS. And so we're counting down the top 5 from last week. And in 5th place, we had Wilson. And in 4th place, we have Scandinavian Middle School. So great job, Scandinavian. We are impressed. Keep checking out those books. Now, you may ask, how do I get my school's name up on your awesome list, Mrs. Nix? And I'm going to say it's super easy. You just need to check out a book from Sora and maybe tell a classmate or two, and they can do the same. Okay, the second thing that I always want to make sure that I kind of point out, and you're going to see an address pop up on your screen here in just a second. If you are interested in receiving a free activity book, and it's full of puzzles and word searches and all sorts of fun activities, all you need to do is send me a note to that address below or write me an email and make sure you include your return address, and I'll put one of these in the mail for free for you. All right. Are we ready to start our day? Awesome. I have 3 things that we're going to go through today. We're going to practice some words with the soft C and the soft G sound. Then we're going to move into some comparing words using ER and EST. And then we're going to finish up our day today talking about a little comprehension with metaphors. Are you ready to start? Okay, let's start by warming up that brain of yours and look at these high frequency words. Remember, these are words that by 3rd grade, we shouldn't just be able to read them, we should be able to write them. So if you need to jot 1 or 2 of them down and practice them this week, I know you can do it. You're responsible for that learning. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Let's read them together. You read them big and loud at home, and I'm going to read them here. 3, through, today, time, together, to, under, upon, very, and use. Nicely done. Okay, 2 words today. We have, look at that, we have the word today, T-O-D-A-Y, and time, T-I-M-E. Help me use these in a sentence. Is that happening or tomorrow? And what is your doctor's appointment? Okay, so I'm going to think about this for a second. The opposite of tomorrow would be today. So is that happening today or tomorrow? And what time is your doctor's appointment? That's always a good one to know. You want to make sure you're to your appointment on time. So it's important to know what time that is. Great job today. All right, boys and girls, I want to spend a little bit of time talking about and reminding us of that soft C and soft G. And remember, this is review, but it's always good to have that review to remind us what letters can make those soft C and soft G, and what is that spelling pattern, especially as we get into those multisyllabic. So I start with some simpler stuff just to remind us. Okay, so I have my sun card and my jump card to remind me of the sound. So a soft C says S, and a soft G says J. Okay, so when do we do that? Well, when the letters C and G come before the letters I, E, or Y, they usually make that soft sound, S or J. So here are a few examples today, and I've underlined them so you can see them. So we have pounce, pounce, and dice. And remember what the GE says? It says J. So message and giraffe. Just right there. Good job. Okay. I'm going to switch gears just a little bit. We're going to talk about comparing. When we're comparing two items right here, we're going to add ER. So I have the word quick. And if I want to say that my sister is quicker than me, then I simply just add ER because I'm just comparing my sister and I. And I'm going to say that she is quicker than I am. However, if I want to talk about maybe both of our families and there's a whole bunch of us, then I might say my sister is the quickest, and I'm going to add the EST to the end, letting everyone know that I'm talking about more than two people. Now, there's a couple of things that we have to know with spelling of these. So whenever we have a word that ends with the letter E, that silent E, and we want, so late, and I'm going to say later, I need to make sure that I drop that E before adding ER. Same can be true when I'm adding EST. So if I have the word late and I want to say, what is the latest time that I can come? I'm going to drop that E and add EST. And then finally, if I have a word like this one where I've got a short vowel followed by a consonant at the end, the word is hot, and I want to say it's hotter today than yesterday, I'm going to double that final consonant, so make it two T's, before adding ER. Just like I'm going to do the same thing when I'm adding EST. So hottest, I'm going to add or double that T and add EST. So it is the hottest day of the week. So when I have more than two. Excellent. Let's do a little bit of practice. So looking over here, I have some words, and there are pairs of words, and I want you to, we're going to do this together. We're going to circle the word that has the soft C or the soft G, so S and J. Okay, so let's look. We've got, what's this one? Cell and camp. Do you hear it? Yes. Cell has the soft C because it has that CE. So I'm going to circle the word cell. How about these two words? What are our words? Read them with me. Grow and gem. Gem. We're looking for the J. I see it's right here. GE says J. So gem has the soft G. How about here? What's this word? Cold and circle. It's got the S. See that CI right there? Good job. All right, how about here? We've got these two words. Page, nice, and leg. Now I have an EG, but that's the wrong sound, right? That says egg. I'm looking for J, page. Here it is, GE. Good job. So I'm going to circle that one. Last one, mice and kick. Ooh. Mice has the soft C sound. It says S at the end, mice. Good job. So looking over here, we're going to switch and talk about that comparing again. So we're going to read the sentence and circle the correct word to complete the sentence. Now remember, we use ER when we're comparing two, and we use EST if there's more than two things that are being compared. Okay, help me out. So my dog is either larger or largest than this puppy. How many things am I comparing my dog to? Just the puppy, right? So I would say my dog is larger than this puppy. Nicely done. This was the coldest winter in 10 years. How many winters are we talking about? 10 of them. So I'm not going to say it's the colder winter, it's the coldest because there are more than 2 that are being compared. Of all the movies I've seen, that one was the sadder or saddest. You got it, saddest. Excellent. Okay, so as you are practicing those at home, I encourage you to look for that comparing and looking for that soft C and soft G. I want to switch gears for just a little bit. We're going to talk a little about figurative language and specifically metaphors. So yesterday we started this poem. I'm going to read it again, just this first page like we did yesterday, because I have a metaphor that we're going to talk about. Okay, so let's go through and read this poem. It says, "Why I Run." Read it with me. Where's my pointer? Here it is. Here we go. "The first marathon I ever saw was years ago with my grandma. We stood out on the Boston streets and marveled at the number of feet." You're going to see that she repeats it right here. "And marveled at the number of feet. The runners were a rumbling herd, except for a few, like the swiftest birds who shot out alone to run their races with determination carved into their faces. With determination carved into their faces." Okay, I'm going to stop right there because there was a metaphor, some figurative language, and I wrote it on this post-it or on this sentence strip right here. And it says, "A few runners were swift birds shooting out ahead of the flock." Okay, so I have a question. What is the author comparing? What is the author comparing? So is the author comparing runners and shooting? A few runners were swift birds shooting out ahead of the flock. I don't think he's comparing them with shooting, but maybe the author is comparing runners with swift birds. Think about that for just a moment. What do you think of when you think about birds shooting out ahead of the flock? Can you picture a group of birds, a flock of birds, and they are all flying together, and maybe a few of them that are getting ahead? What might the runners be doing in this poem during that marathon? Do you think that those runners could be getting ahead? Absolutely. That's figurative language. That's what the author is doing for us, making that picture for us inside of our minds. All right, boys and girls, I want to say thank you so much for hanging out with me today as you're getting ready for school. Remember, you are responsible for your learning success. So listen, ask questions, and share your ideas, because together we can do so much more. As you're going through today, think about, what do you see? I can't wait to see you back here tomorrow on PBS. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
Good morning to a brand new day. Time to learn and games to play. Learning things is so much fun. Learning is good for everyone.